Hi, today I'm going to show you how to get a pale pink colour. I'm going to use a wig that we use for a few photo sessions, and this has been pre-lightened or bleached to a pale yellow, then been toned. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a colour enhancer, and I'm going to use chromative, which is, we call it a semi-permanent, but it doesn't have any peroxide or developer in it. And what it does, it stains the hair. Now, I'm actually going to use this, which is intense cherry. Now, the intense cherry is really red. Let me just quickly show you how really red we're talking. Okay, so I probably won't be able to get this off. As I say, it's a stain, so it's red. If I used that on here, it'd be very bright, which is fine if you want very bright, but I want soft. Something that's going to wash out quite quickly, and it can always be reapplied. So I'm going to use shampoo and also water to dilute it and shampoo it in. So to mix up the ingredients, starting off with a small bottle, and I think it's quite good being glass because then you can see the colour you're going to produce. I'm going to fill it up about halfway with water. Okay, and then I'm going to use shampoo. I'm going to use the Essence Absolute cleansing oil because I think it's quite a good product to use. It's quite a straightforward shampoo. Right, let me just get that to open. Oop. So you don't need masses, about as much as you'd normally use to shampoo your hair. I'm just going to give that a quick stir. I've got a mini tint brush just to do that with. And now I'm going to add the colour. So I'm going to use the chromative as a stain, and then I'm going to add a little bit, and then going to stir it and see what colour we get. I'm going to do this slowly so we can see what we're going to get. I'll do a fraction more. So it's quite bright, you can see, but as I say, this is mixed with water, so it's diluted. Okay, I think that's going to be about right. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour it into an applicator bottle, and by pouring it into an applicator, it just makes it easier to put on the head. Now, this is an empty bottle that I've used before, and I'm just going to pour that ingredients in. And even if you don't use it all in one go, at least you've got it there and you can kind of keep it for your next shampoo or next application and put the screw top off. And that's it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to damp down the hair. Now, this is pre-shampooed and dried hair. At home, what you do is give your hair one light shampoo and then towel dry it, and then get a pair of gloves on, which you'll need because we're talking about a stain here, and so you need to stop it from staining your fingernails and everything else. So let's just damp it down. So that means that anything that's very porous is filled with water, so it's not going to just grab on those one or two places. I'm just going to comb that through. So a common thing a lot of people do is the same problem with wax when putting on wax, is people put it on their hands and then go like that, and then go like that.
And then go like that. Do that.
And the same thing happens when you're applying colour, and especially semi-permanents. You shove it through one bit, so you get one patch of bright colour, and then the rest is very pale. So what you have to do is kind of work through it a little bit more methodically and apply evenly Right, I'm going to just spin around. What I don't want is bright pink hands for the next week. It's in a shampoo base, so that's the way you have to think about it. And if you look here, I'm just putting on the roots and shampooing it through to the ends. A bit more in the ends. And let's just move around a little bit and come around here. One of the guys in the salon recently did this for a film where one of the main characters had to have her hair so it would be bright on the underneath, so when she put it up it looked bright, but when she kind of took it down it looked natural, and that worked really, really well. Okay, so just going through this, making sure I've got even distribution. There's some of the roots here. Part of the reason that you mix it with the shampoo is these type of colours are shampoo based, and what I'm trying to do is make it so it's part of the same base. Some of the bases for colour enhancers are conditioners, which is fine. This particular one tends to be a shampoo base, so all I'm doing is adding a bit more shampoo. The particular shampoo I used is also moisturising, so it's actually better for this hair type. Now I'm just going to massage it well through. Okay, never worry too much about it looking too bright at this moment. You're going to rinse off a lot of the excess, so a lot of that's going to come off, and the stain that's there I think should be about right. What I'd always say, put a bit of a word of caution in, you can always add, it's harder to take away, so maybe do it a bit less to start with, see how it takes on your hair. You can always add a bit more. There we go, the final colour. I think it's really beautiful. It's like a soft rose pink. It'll last 2 or 3 shampoos, and then you can always top it up. The one thing I'd say is I'd always go in there more gently, and you can always increase the intensity rather than going in and horrifying yourself. But you can see now it's dry, it's lightened up a lot more than that original colour, which did look a little bit on the horrifying side. And I think this is quite pretty. And as I say, you can do it as often as you want. It hasn't got any peroxide in it, so it's not going to damage your hair as such. It'll just give it a nice shine. Let me know how you get on. I look forward to hearing from you and speak to you soon.